Hey folks, my name is Walt, and this is Sci-Fi Writers playing old school D&D. Only tonight we are not going to be playing D&D. We are due to some complications beyond our control. We are going to roll through with the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game that will be coming out from Galaxy's Edge very, very shortly. Joining us to start things off, we have Rob playing.
Good evening.
Mags. How are you, sir?
I am good, sir. How are you?
Living the life of Kung Fu Supermodel. But speaking of Kung Fu Supermodel, we have Jesse playing Gino.
Hello.
And last but not least, from across the pond, we have Bear playing Hammerhead.
Yo.
So if you guys have never played the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game, but you've played a game of Supers, then you pretty much know how this is going to roll. Basically, my D6 versus your D6, and whoever gets the highest result wins. Super easy. Let's see. We got some comments coming in already. Oh, it's you guys. That makes that easy.
We're making things lively.
Right on. Hey, Freddie LaChance just followed us. Taking a look at what we're doing for the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game. Normally we play D&D on this channel, but you know something? Every once in a while something happens and you got to take things for as they come. So thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And it's my favorite part. Yeah. So
that never gets old.
Nope. I love it, and I want more of it. So, you guys are in the squad bay when your boss Scrapper comes in, slams his helmet down, and says, "All right, boys, listen up. We got ourselves a hot drop coming up. I need to know if you guys are ready to roll out and get dirty."
Always.
Well, hot drops are the best ones.
I mean, there's other things I could be doing, but yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. I'm ready. I'm ready to go shoot things.
Other things like what? Your laundry, somebody else's wife. What are we talking here?
Japan is ready.
Do you really want me to elaborate on that, sir?
Nope, absolutely not.
Good.
So down on the planet Meridian, we have a water processing plant that has been taken over by the Mid-Core Rebellion. This particular water processing plant is vital to operations in the area. If we can't get clean water to the boys, we're going to have to recycle certain. No, we don't want to do that. But what we do need to do is we need to take this water refinery back from the MCR that has it, and we're going to use you boys to do it. We're going to infiltrate just off the coast, drop in and inflate a ribby, and then what we're going to do is going to kick over some quiet-ass engines and float on under this thing and then see what trouble we can cause. He says the main guy that we need to take out is Donovan. He goes, we don't know the rest of his name. And then he shows you a picture, kind of like, the typical high-born, very elite of society looking guy who kind of grew like a granola beard and, holding his iPhone, whatever passes for an iPhone in the future, up so that, he can take himself a selfie. He's very pro-socialism, anti-government, anti-capitalism. He's, but yet he's wearing, the $900, the 900 credit shirt, and he's not wearing an actual shamag. He's wearing a shamag that was, printed in the lap of luxury.
A designer shamag.
Right. So
I look at his picture and say, I already hate him.
Does it say text to rich somewhere?
Hey, Sonokin, thanks for the subscription, man. That is dope. So we love subscriptions around here because they do that. They make the exploding. Love it, love it.
That's what I'm here for.
So, you guys make it down to the flight line. Nay, what's going on? You guys make it down to the flight line, and you got a drop ship already waiting. A couple of pilots are doing their pre-flight. You got some hull busters running around here and there. What do you guys? Do you guys board up right away? Lock and load.
I'm going to check over my gear before loading up.
All right. So you're doing pre-combat inspection.
Yeah.
All right. So if you go over to your, let's see, we go over to your sheet real quick, we can share so that we could show off all this handy dandy great stuff that we got going on.
It's a very pretty sheet.
Oh, thank you. So you got a heavy blaster pistol, a Nostech D4 carbine, which is kind of like an N4, but all kitted and tricked out. So you're pretty much ready to go against these guys. One of the extras that you have that some other folks might not is you have a jump pack for power assisted leaps.
I am a superhero.
We love superheroes. So you guys, anybody else doing anything before leaving?
Just verifying that all my gear is set and ready to go.
Right
Is
on.
my package in the right place? My giant package.
Your giant package? What kind of package are you talking about?
There's only one giant package that every man has. Well, not every man. Some don't.
You're encased in Legionnaire armor, so if you didn't pack it the right way, then that's on you.
Don't suck.
So you yourself have a heavy blaster pistol, but you're also carrying a Nostech Sab shorty version. So picture a space squad automatic weapon, and that's kind of what you got rolling on.
Nice.
So you guys load up in the back of the aircraft. The crew chiefs come in and make sure that you guys are all straight. In the center of the cargo compartment, you can see the rapid inflatable boat right into the center of the cargo hold. They got it all strapped down and ready to go. Crew chief comes over and he's like, "Who's commander on this hot?"
I was waiting for that.
He
I'll
says,
point at me. I go.
He says,
Someone's got to do it.
Final checks there, Big Sarge. He goes, "You guys got packs?"
Yes,
Yes.
He goes,
Yep.
He goes, "Charge packs all good?"
they're good.
Yes.
He goes, "Locators," and then he like messes with like a battle board real quick. He goes, "I got mags, I got Gino, I got Hammerhead. We're straight 5x5 on that." He goes, "We're gonna lock down the boat." He goes, "We're going to take off, drop into Atmo. Once we get deep enough, we're gonna drop the hot package of the ribby, and then drop you guys next. It's gonna be a quick insert, almost like a helicast." He goes, "Keep that good body position, L shape, hands against your helmet, and we'll do what we got to do."
Affirmative. Let's do
All
this
right.
thing so we can get home. Because the only thing I don't have is calf, and I should have drank some earlier. But
All right, so you guys take off. It's kind of like that ride that they do in the Aliens movie from 1986. My God, that movie is so old, it's crazy. There's
it's almost as old as me.
It's not as old as me. The ship comes in and locks. There's that moment of quiver as the whole kind of the shaky cam thing as everything kind of like locks in place. You hear the crew chiefs like, oh, like yelling at the pilots and stuff like that. There's a moment of weightlessness as all the locks disengage and you guys drop very, very rapidly. There's a hard press into your seats as the engines ignite, and then you guys are on the move. The what do you call it? There's a little bit of chop as you guys break through the upper atmo, and then you guys are smooth sailing for a minute. When gravity starts to catch up and you guys kind of feel the tension of the weight of the planet coming in at you. There's a what do you call it? You can just tell that the ship is at a downward angle. You guys are almost headed like nosedive into that section of ocean. After a few minutes, crew chief comes up. You can feel yourselves level off, and he starts doing this, right, to signal you guys popping the locks and coming out of your harnesses. What do you do?
We do as we need to do. We unlock it.
Yep.
Start making ready.
All right.
Like we're professionals. Maybe.
You hope so. You guys are Legionnaires, so you had to go through a lengthy selection process.
We've faked our way very far in life.
Fake it till you make it.
Right. So you guys, what do you call it? You guys are sailing over the water. They drop the rear ramp. That thing locks in place, and all you can see is just water passing beneath you. Crew chief comes up and like pushes like towards you like this with his hands so that you guys will back up against the skin of the aircraft. Once you guys are there, he's listening on his headset and stuff like that. And he gives you like a few minutes, and then he turns and he looks and he holds up his finger to say like 1 minute. He does some final checks to make sure the ramp is clear, and then he looks at you and he goes like this, indicating 30 seconds. Right at the 30-second mark, they pop the chute on the rapid inflatable boat, and that thing just sails out of the cargo back. Right, just gets ripped out the back, and you just see it tumbling until the chutes inflate. Both of the crew use a retention strap to strap themselves to the aircraft. They motion you to the center, and you can feel the aircraft banking as it's coming around back toward where you just dropped the boat. At the last second, you feel the aircraft kick below you, and it starts to launch almost straight up, you guys sliding down toward the deck. So yeah, exactly. Whee! Right. You guys come out, and then a small overlay appears in your HUD with your distance to the slapping the water. So at 1,500 feet, that aircraft is just gone. Right. It takes off. You guys deploy at 600 feet. Your chutes pop, and you guys start sailing into the water. Almost right on top of the ribby. So you guys hit, and then obviously swim away from your chutes because you guys have done this a billion times. You kick on your fins, swim over to the boat, which is now inflated, and I assume you guys climb in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So probably it's a little before dawn local time, so it's not, you don't quite see the sun starting to brighten up the horizon yet, but you know that it's probably a good hour away. You guys get into the boat, and another HUD overlay comes up showing you the distance and direction. You guys take off toward the what do you call it, the platform.
Yes. And I make Gino the helmsman, and I will be the captain and yell at him and tell him what to do.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Because you volunteered me for this.
All right. So you guys do that. All right. So you guys take off and start heading toward the platform. After a few minutes time, you start seeing the platform in the distance. You have a what do you call it? Kind of like an active sensor that goes live to detect all sorts of incoming signals, sonar, radar, LiDAR, stuff like that. There's nothing out this far. What are you guys doing? Are you just gonna drive right up to the platform? Are you going to do any scanning? What's going on?
We're gonna look at whatever in reconnaissance imagery we have to see we have any information on location of guards or anything like that, and figure out what our best approach is.
They had, yeah, they had. What do you call it? They gave you guys a briefing before you guys dropped into the water. Um, you know that it's a combination of human and robotic guards, and that the humans are going to be more toward the top of the refinery, while the robotic guards and stuff like that are going to be more toward the bottom.
Okay. Gino,
Yes. What do you need?
do you have any long range scopes or sensors like that to get a better view on our objective?
I believe I can. Using my the sniper rifle.
Absolutely. Are you gonna? What are you doing? Looking through the scope?
Yeah, I'll try to see what I can. If there's anything we need to be concerned about as we approach.
So you guys are going to be approaching from the surface level. So it's what do you call it? It's you're going to be like almost down to the water because you're going to be able to drive right up to it. You can kind of see some metallic objects moving toward the base of where you guys are going to be landing. Most likely some sort of bots.
Gino, you should neutralize those guards as we approach.
All right, let's see. Now, does it appear that I can get a good shot at any of these guards without causing the whole facility to go up in arms and make our day very, very bad?
You can see one guy on. So the landing platform for this is kind of split level. So there's a lower section and a higher section separated by ladders and lifts. It looks like they might bring in some cargo this way. So going into our handy dandy shareable map. So you guys are approaching from over here, and you can see a bot right there with some sort of a blaster rifle in its hands, moving toward the south side of the motor launch.
I will go ahead.
I'm going to take over the helm and throttle us in slowly while you do your thing.
All right. I will see about taking out that guard that's the furthest that one.
Gotcha. All right. So if you look at your handy dandy character sheet, you have shooting 3D, but you have 5D and precision long range rifle.
Okay.
Right. So you're going to roll 5D and take the highest 4. Normally you would take the highest 3, but you have a boost to this. The boost is specific to the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game called lethality, which means you can take an extra die of your maximum die roll. Now, so you're going to be rolling 5D.
Okay.
For the and then in addition to that, take one odd colored die, right? And you're going to roll that off to the side, and that's going to be your stoppage die. So whether it's out of ammo, jam, power cell drain, anything like that. So tell me what you get.
All right. Out of the 5, I got a 20.
Well, you're going to take your highest 4.
Oh, it's 4. All right, so then I got 18.
Oof, that's brutal.
And
He is just going to defend with his armor. Not even close. So you, what do you call it? You sight in. You know, there's like a small audible click as you start adjusting the deflection and inflection of your sights. you got that like thing where you rub your finger, or some people press the side of the trigger housing. Some people lick their lips right before a shot. Some snipers usually have like weird little rituals they do as they start getting ready to feather the trigger. Very tip of your finger comes in and just barely touches as that blaster bolt sails out, evaporating that bot's head. It takes another 2 or 3 steps before it falls over and starts convulsing on the deck. What do you guys do?
I flash a thumbs up at Gino and continue to bring in the boat in.
All right.
Toasty.
Watching for trouble. And
All right. Let's see. The what do you call it? You don't see any other bots as you approach the motor launch. You only notice that one. So it looks like what do you call it? Gino, Mags, and Hammerhead right there. Copy. So it looks fairly clear. You can't see over the raised portion, but you can definitely see where the motor launch is right here, and you don't see anybody. You don't see anybody coming up yet. So you're going to pull right up into there?
yeah.
All right. And we have a boat. All right. Do you come all the way out? Like, do you come even with it? Do you pull completely even, a little bit back, a little bit forward? How do you do it?
I'll pull up a little bit back and let the Hammerhead get a look around and cover it with his amazing sab.
All right. So this area right here, if you can see the ladders, it kind of shows you that it's a split level. So these areas on the outskirts are taller,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the area in the slate gray. Those are going to be at water level. All right. So as you peek around, Hammerhead can see another bot walking up toward this ladder.
Well, I guess we need to take him out before he climbs up and sees the other one. Because that would be bad.
That could be a little tricky. So you don't need to see that. You don't need to see that.
Whoa! What kind of games have you been running there, Wolf?
All right. So Hammerhead right there. I mean, Gino's right there. Hammerhead's right there. Mags is right there. All right. You don't need that blood spot. And you don't need that blood spot.
Yet.
All right. So right around the corner, you can see this bot moving up, and they're armed with heavy blaster rifles. So not quite the carbines that you guys are using, but very, very similar. Hammerhead. All right. And Gino is just around this water handler right here. So he's kind of cutting the pie, just able to see these guys here, or that guy there. On the far end, you can see one trailing right behind it.
All right, I can try to take out the back one. And if somebody wants to inch up and get the near.
Yeah. This sounds like a job for precision and not laying down pure hatred. Hammerhead.
Unadulterated hate.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like pat you on the shoulder and like, I got this, and step forward.
All right.
famous last words.
Right. All right. So you're going to be right on his 6 as he takes that far shot, and you're
Mhm.
going to come here and take the near shot.
Yeah.
All right. So because they don't see, it doesn't appear like they're seeing you or noticing you yet, you guys can go in whatever order you want and go ahead and take those shots.
I'll go first. Take the shot right after me. So I need to
Okay.
roll
All right. So Mags,
5d6.
your shooting is, because you have your precision carbine. You're going to be 5D, right? And you're going to take the highest 3.
Okay. 13.
13. He is going to defend with his armor and does not come close. And go ahead, Gino. 5D, you get to keep 4.
$22.
Jesus. That's why he's a sniper, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys feather the trigger. There's the suppressed snap of the bolt going out long range to tag this guy. Gino blasts him right where his neck would be if he were a human being, evaporating the metal and blowing the head clear off. Mags does a Mozambique, throwing 2 to the pipes and 1 to the pip. So 2 in the lung, or what would be the chest armor of the robot, and then 1 to its head, dropping that thing to the floor. You don't see any other bots in the nearby.
Good job, team.
You guys enter onto the platform fully?
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you go into your HUD and use your schematics, you know that this area right here is an elevator lift that will take you up to the next level. But beyond that, you're probably not going to be able to get all the way to the top.
Yeah. And who knows what we could be lifting into. What are other options for going up, or is that it?
So if you go here, there's an entrance, and it looks like it's got one of those covered ladders that will bring you all the way up to the top with breaks in between. You'll obviously have to come out of the covered ladder, enter into the next loop of it, and then go up again.
If they want to take the lift, I will take the ladder. See if I can maintain a good vantage point.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, you go up there. We'll play cards or something.
All right, so you're gonna go up the ladder first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the head.
You're gonna pick up the robot head.
Yep. I'm gonna keep it. It could be useful.
Right. All right, let's see. All right, so we'll go right there. All right, so you start climbing up the ladder. As you get to the next, like the next level, what happens is you come out of that ladder out of a chute, right? You'll walk out, and then to your right, according to the schematics you guys have in your HUD, there's another ladder to go up. That way, if you were to fall, you wouldn't fall like 3 levels down all the way and smack into the base.
That takes the fun out of it.
Absolutely. But yeah, you can see, what do you call it? You can see a bunch of dudes just kind of milling about, or you can hear a bunch of dudes just kind of milling about. You don't really get a sense of what they're doing. More like they're kind of like smoking and joking. Hey, did you guys hear about that new T16 kind of deal? Right. One guy flicks a cigarette, which hits the covered ladder and then kind of like rebounds off your helmet.
That's nice. That's nice.
It's gonna learn that smoking is unhealthy.
All right. So, but you know that you got at least 3 guys coming out of that covered ladder.
All right. Would that be if they come up the lift? Are they going to be in direct line of sight?
Yeah. Is there? I'm going to ask him over comms if we have any potential cover when we come up.
So if you come out of that covered ladder, you're not going to have very much cover, but you can hear them moving about. So there's a good possibility that you could come out of the ladder and nobody's there.
I will try to peek and see if I can make it to the next section of the ladder.
So You see one guy with his back toward the ladder.
Okay.
And he's kind of like he it looks like he's taking somebody's cigarette and lighting his, and he reaches past like where you can see to hand it off, and he starts smoking, but he's still got his back to you.
Let's see. I see that I have dumb luck and overconfident. So I think this would be a great time to roll a fragger.
All right, so you're gonna frag the area.
And we're gonna go ahead and come up the lift because that will be a pretty good distraction.
All right, so you start coming up the lift.
Do we get some elevator
We
music?
could wait them out because we're still silent. So
Yeah, because you guys have
we're not going to be silent for long.
You're not going to be silent for long. You guys have suppressed weapons, so you're not really worried about so much the what do you call it?
Wait a minute.
Actually, I also have the split attack ability.
Yep.
Hey, wait a minute. My jump pack. How much? Can I make the jump from up the elevator well?
So you're not. You want to go up the.
Yeah.
You want to go up the elevator shaft straight to where they are.
Yeah. Leap up there, catch it by surprise.
I'm not going to call
And
you.
Jesse can.
Yeah, you can probably do that. So you want to do that first? Now, just keep in mind, once you activate that thing is loud.
Well, Snowkin is still examining his pathways towards
Destruction.
Quiet destruction. We're gonna take the elevator up.
All right. I guess I will bypass on the fragger, just because some people have sensitive ears.
All right, so here's what you're looking at, right? So you're going to come up right about here, right? That's one of the ladder wells, and the next ladder well is over here.
All right.
This is the elevator lift, and you got guys kind of moving all throughout here.
All right. I will wait to see the lift coming up and
Shoot him in the back.
before it comes up. It's like, I didn't do that. I got trigger discipline. I didn't do that.
Damn it, Gino. What have I told you about trigger discipline?
Yeah, don't want an ND on this hop.
The
As
dog
the
could have
lift's
done your job better.
as the lift's about to hit this level, I want to take out my blaster pistol and try to put holes in the two that are smoking near me.
All right. So let's see. We got this. We got
Unless the Warpath rifle would work for this close range.
all right. So going back to the map. All right. So
Oh boy.
all right.
Oh,
So
yeah, there's all those people too.
you're coming out right here. And just as you see this guy kind of disappear around the corner, this was the guy that handed the cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can hear people moving around down here. But you got a couple, and then you got all these water exchange, big water exchange systems that look like they're pumping water throughout pipes all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
You're coming out of there.
All right. Well, probably using the rifle would probably be put a little bit more punch behind it for those two.
All right. So you're going to punch one of them with the rifle?
I'm going to try to do a split shot.
All right,
If
so you're
I
gonna
can.
do it. You're gonna do a double. All right.
Yeah.
So with split attack, you have the ability to attack 2,
Mhm.
but you're going to be splitting your dice. So if you're 5D, you're going to roll 3D on one and 2D on another.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. On a 3, that would be a 13.
All right. So he is going to. Oh wait, these guys are mooks. Oh. Okay. And what's the next shot?
Uh-oh.
The 2 is a 12.
So you guys are going to be coming up the elevator. All right, and you're right there. It's kind of crazy because like all these like sci-fi combat operator style tokens are all dark, and so is all the scenery. So you start plugging it in, and it's like, what the? All right. So I got you right here, right? You come out of this what do you call it? The stairway shaft, right? And you got a line sight right to him, and you just got the edge of him. So you're going to take 2 shots, 1 on each. I'm sorry, you muted. Say it again.
In a more vocal matter, 13 on the first, 12 on the second.
Last week you and Walt were family clean shaven. This week you guys are almost caught up to Hammerhead and Gino. Yeah, if I sneeze too hard, it's like poof, whiskers.
Yeah.
No, sheep rat, you didn't miss the whole thing. We're good. All right, so you take those 2 shots, right? So the first shot goes out, and there's an explosion of brain and bone matter as that guy's head comes apart. This guy right here turns to see, like, just in time to see everything happen and gets sprayed in his buddy's gore. He looks at you, you can see, like, right with your specialized optics, you can see his eyes go wide right behind his faceplate as you paint the third guy with what was left of his skull. And he's just like, oh!
No.
Now let's so now let's go to initiative as the elevator comes up, and let's see, they get all right. So Mags, go ahead and roll your reaction.
Action 5D. So is that
Yep.
another case of keep the top?
You're going to tell me everything you get. That one you get to
Okay.
keep all of it for an initiative roll.
It's 5 there. Okay.
Knight of Barsoom is saying grenade.
21. 21.
All right, so you get a 21. Hammerhead, go ahead and roll.
What do I have? I have a 40. 11, 13, 15.
15. And Gino. Go ahead and roll your
What am I rolling for this one?
reaction. Tell me all the whole number.
Reaction 5D. Okay. 10. 15.
All right, you get 15. What's your reaction score, Gino?
5D.
And how about you, Hammerhead?
40.
All right, so Gino will go first because he's got the higher reaction of the two of you because you came in at the same initiative. So you both got a 15. All right. Mags, go ahead. So when you guys come up at the top of the lift, that guy is painted, and that guy is painted. This guy is covered in both of these guys, thanks to this guy. But on the other side, you see 3 more who are whirling around like, what the? Because they heard paint boy kind of do his little squeak in horror of his friends coming apart.
Mm-hmm.
So you see these three facing you. Hammerhead, you see this guy right here. So Mags, what do you do?
What does the 4D quick pistol do? Just out of curiosity.
So that's gonna let's see. So you have like a quick draw, like Keel.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to draw and
So
shoot,
I'm basically Wraith. No,
sort of, yeah.
don't laugh. You're laughing internally, Walt. I can see it.
It's not internal. I'm letting it all out.
How's the area effect work? Is that just basically open fire, spray, and kind of spray and pray?
So you watch all those old westerns and they fan the hammer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if you're going to use the 4D quick pistol and use the area effect, so you're fast enough on the trigger that you'll be able to hit two dudes.
Well, I think I'm going to use my carbine and use the area effect on the guy south of us and hope that Gino can 86 the guy behind me. I have faith in Gino because he hits what he's shooting at.
All right.
Unlike in other games.
All right. So you're probably going to catch these two right here.
Okay.
All right. Because they're close enough to be caught in the area. Or you can catch these two, but you can't catch all three.
Yeah. I'll catch the two
closest.
Group real close. Yeah. Yeah, the closest.
All right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
5D.
Yep. And then take the highest three.
Ooh. $18.
Oof. All right. Let's see how they do. All right. So the elevator comes up and then, it's got that like bounce to it as it comes up. And you're kneeling in a unsupported firing position. The back of your tricep is right against your knee. You got your palm up in a platform with that good cheek to magwell kind of press. And it's two quick shots straight through the chest. It blows through the chunky kind of like job lot armor they got on, which spins them around and drops them to the deck. Hammerhead.
Gino's first.
Oh, that's right. Gino's first. Go for it.
Don't miss. Oh, actually, no. If that guy shoots, he'll probably shoot Hammerhead. I don't care. I mean, save your teammate.
Asshole.
So this is the only guy you can really see from your vantage point unless you decide to move.
Yeah, I'll take that guy. Bring out the good old rifle again. See if I can make more friends.
Go for it. Keep the highest 4.
15.
Oof. There's no. All right, so you pull the trigger, right? And he's doing one of those things where it's like in slow motion. He sees you splatter his friends. He starts to back up. He pulls this like obscene blaster pistol. Like if they had a 50 caliber blaster pistol variant, like the guy who's overcompensating, that's what this is. He pulls it out from the holster.
No.
Yep. And it's got like a huge like rifle scope put onto the Picatinny rail, and you're just like, he brings it up like he's gonna Clint Eastwood you, and you blow the bolt through the center of the scope and the center of his head, knocking him down.
Damn it, nobody loses a head. I can't pick up any heads.
Hammerhead.
Oh, leaves one, and I see him, right?
Yep, you see this guy right here.
I would hope so. He's the only one standing.
Yeah. And they're feeling naked and alone.
The most efficient thing would be to have a blaster pistol, but I don't want to, so I'm going to shoot him with the sap.
Are you going single shot, burst, or full auto?
I'm going to burst his ass.
Like you do.
KTF that one.
So go ahead. It's 4D, and you're going to take it's 4 dice, and you're going to take the highest 3.
Shit.
Boy, you didn't need that one.
All right. So in this game, there is a mechanic called competency dice. Right, competency dice allow you to replay actions, plus up your numbers, get you crazy, and I can award them for whatever the hell I feel like. So I'm giving you a competency die for whipping out that flashlight like a champion. So you have a temporary competency die to add to the 2 that you have normally. What'd you get for your roll?
12.
12. He is going to try and defend. So what did you say you had it on? Full auto? Burst. So it's a quick, almost like a pulse, in which 6 shots go out almost right on top of each other. There's a ton of barrel climb on this weapon, but you have support struts on the outside of your armor to keep everything level. It paced this guy, spinning him around and dropping him in between the 2 power exchanges that are right here, and he drops into basically a wet bag of laundry. You don't hear any alarms. You don't hear any like reaction or whatever. All you hear now is just the waves below you.
All right. Well, now that fun's done, I guess I'll make my way to the next stairwell or ladder.
What other?
Wow.
What other routes do we have? Just those ladders?
So you have a ladder right here.
Okay.
And then you have, so this ladder, you can either go up or down, but this one leads to the deck below you. And then you have this ladder here. This one goes up.
Can the lift go up any further?
No, it stops right at this level. So basically the idea is you got to get out and go to the next ladder so that you don't fall. If you fall.
Okay. Right. I'll take point and go up the next ladder well then.
All right. So you're heading up the next ladder.
I ain't going to be a brave leader and not lead from behind.
I'm going to follow him. And I found my dice. Yeah.
You're a good follower.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. It went straight into the trash can. Perfect roll.
I'm going to... hell, he blew apart the obscene pistol. I'm not going to loot that. It's a piece of junk now. Oh, maybe I'll come back for a trophy later.
All right, so you're gonna go up to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next level seems to be, according to the schematics in your HUD, seems to be like a kind of like a command deck. Command deck / like barracks.
We're gonna fight friends.
So you guys are using the ladders, right?
Right.
All right. So the as you start to get up to the top, you see a guy kind of like stick his head above you, but he doesn't look down. He's got his ear kind of over it. It looks like he's talking to somebody and like nodding his head. And he's doing one of those like, no, I don't hear anything. He goes, well, I don't know. You sure you heard something? And like his head then disappears outside the ladder well.
I was gonna shoot him. Damn.
You're gonna shoot him?
I was gonna use that quick pistol to effect. I start hustling up the ladder.
All right. You get to the ladder and it's kind of like I said, you got one section that's almost like a passage on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you got going on right now.
And I don't see anything from where I'm at or anyone.
So from right here, right? So you got and this side right here where you see like the yellow caution stuff looks to be like an outer platform around each level, right? So that you can go outside. But right here, whoops, helps if I do that right here, right? This hall, this passage right here, right? It looks like you can see watermarks like on the floor, like somebody might have just walked through here, and you're coming out of this stairwell. You have helps if I can draw stuff, right? So you have a door here, and then another door here.
Okay. I'm going to come up out of the ladder well and cover the hallway, wait for my teammates.
All right. Everybody coming up the ladder well?
Yep.
Yep. I'll take up the rear.
And I tell them on comms, I think they know we're here.
All right. You guys, what do you call it? Get into that empty passage. There's nobody here right now.
Yeah. Are there any kind of signs or placards that identify what the doors lead to?
No, just numbers. One says J1, the other one says J2.
Oh, well, that's not helpful. I go to the southern door and tell Gino I tell Hammerhead to go to the northern door.
All right. Yep.
I'll stay kind of central to add cover to both if needed.
All right.
Are they fancy automatically?
Yeah, like
auto doors.
When you guys get up there, it's not like it's not like what do you call it? Like the Enterprise where you walk up and it goes whoosh.
Yeah, but you got to at least push a button.
No, it's a lever. So it's like an old sea ship. You got to turn the lever to open it.
A real door.
Okay. A real door.
A man's door.
A man's door.
So screen share. I'm sorry, this is a little slow. Some of these resources I'm generating on the fly.
That's good.
You don't need to duplicate. There we go. All right.
Oh my God, they're sending clones after us.
Yeah, they're sending clones. All right. So you guys come up. I assume you're going like fire team wedge sort of deal.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys have the hall. It doesn't look like there's anybody in the hall just yet. But you got a door here, and then you got a door here.
Let's go ahead and make entry on that southern door. Clear that room. I'll take point.
Okay.
All right. As you open this door, there's a dude right in the door.
I don't think it's going to be his lucky day.
Kiss and make friends.
So who was opening the door?
I was going first.
All right. He opens the door. He's got like a rifle down on his plate carrier, just kind of like hanging there. And he's like, I don't know. They want us to check it out. And he finishes opening the door, and you're standing right there.
I double tap him.
Go ahead, give me a shooting roll.
$13.
Oof. He's going to have a rough day at the office. Yeah, he does not get a 13. So you're just, he's just like, I don't know. They want us to check it out. And he turns right into you, and you're just kind of like, hello. There's two loud snaps that tear apart the buckles on his armor, leaving two gaping holes. And he drops down and falls over bead. That brings us to, come on, work with me here. There we go. That brings us to Gino.
All right. I will Well, since they actually know we're here now, I feel like throwing a fragger into the room.
Yes.
Go for it.
The fragger is, let's see, 3D, I think.
Yep.
That would be.
Do you have a micro fragger or do you have a regular fragger?
Micro frag.
Yep. Those are 3D.
Yep. And SW * whatever that is.
I gotcha.
And I got a 13.
Oof. All right. Let's see what they do. Now, do you throw the fragger in and then shut the door?
Would probably be advisable, yes.
So you see these 3 other dudes like, holy, and start like running toward the door with the rifles up. You grab Mags by the drag handle of his armor, pull him out of the way, and chuck in the fragger and kick the door closed. You hear a poof, and you hear like a reverberating on metal. Hammerhead, what do you do?
Well, right now I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the northern door because somebody could pop up there.
All right. Right as the explosion on the northern door comes out, you see a guy exit, or excuse me, right at the explosion in the door you guys just fragged come out. You see this guy up here exit the door.
Hello,
And it's kind of
Burstfire.
like, what the? You do anything to him?
I'm gonna burst fire his bum.
You're just going to burst fire his bum, not the rest of him?
That's more than enough for most people. Let's see. I didn't toss him down there.
By the way, I just want to say, Knight of Barsoom, that is my the catchphrase for my life. Just so that you know.
It's a 13.
13. He's going to try to defend. Oof. So you're just like, you have your squad automatic blaster resting against your chest. You pop that thing up, extending the stock so it fits nice and easy into your shoulder. 2 quick bursts tear apart the top of his shoulder and his neck. Bolts just slamming into him, spinning him around, and dropping him in place. What do you call it? He is deed. All right. What do you do now?
Nothing.
You guys are all at this door.
I order Hammerhead to cover the hall as me and Mags are going to go in and check this room out.
You are Mags.
Hammer.
Gino.
I don't know.
That guy and that guy and the other guy.
Yeah.
The
other guy.
That guy.
Don't listen to what I say. Listen to what I mean.
Right. So just in case anybody is curious, this role-playing game is based in the Galaxy's Edge universe by Jason Onspach and Nick Cole. If you are at all curious about a universe of blasters and bangers, real ass kickers and life takers, taking it to the bad guys over multiple generations of soldiers, this is your jam. Galaxy's Edge is the premier science fiction property out there that if you're not happy with a certain mouse-eared controlled science fantasy, this is your jam. You really owe it to yourself to check it out. It's a lot of fun. 9 novels in the main series, multiple spin-offs. Check them out if you can, because they're really, really awesome. So back to the action. You guys go into that southernmost room, and it looked like a barracks room. You have multiple cots, double stacked, bunk bed style, and probably about 8 dudes, all in various states of either dead or dying.
Nice.
Good job, Gino.
What do you do?
I give a quick glance around the room real quick to see if there's anything of potential value or of intelligence value, anything like that.
lot of like, on the walls, there's a lot of like, F the Republic and all this kind of like, posters and whatnot. Looks like they. Oh, go ahead.
I look at that shit and say, what a bunch of nerds. Is there any of their comm gear survive?
Yeah, one of the guys who's like, it sounds like he got that gut punch part of the grenade that went off.
Mm-hmm.
He's perforated in several different places. He's got some seriously messed up armor. These guys are wearing plate carriers and then kind of like utility jumpsuits, almost like flight suits. It looks like they spend from what you're seeing around the room, it looks like they spend half their time doing security and the other half doing like water purification, stuff like that. But these guys all look like MCR hitters. So if they're here to steal the clean water for some of their forces versus the Republic mining interests on the colony, then that makes a lot of sense with what you're seeing gear wise. One of the radios did survive, and you can see it in the dude's ear, although it's a little slick with some bloody goo coming out of his ear hole.
I kneel down and say, "Hey, sport, I'm going to borrow this. Have a nice day." And I do the best to I wipe it off on his shirt.
Nice, real nice.
And I'll go through and give a final bolt to anyone still kicking.
Wasting ammo.
Gotcha. The what do you call it? So you get the radio, you clone it to your LCOM, so that way you can listen to it without having to take off your helmet. And then I assume you push out. What do you call it? You push out the transmissions through everybody else. All right.
Yeah.
So as you're pushing that out, you hear the obligatory as the radio kicks over, and it's like, I don't know. No, there was an explosion in the next room, right? You hear it kick over again, and it's like, you need to send Bill out there. He used to be a shooter. He can, whatever it is, he'll probably handle it. And then it kicks over, and it's like, but I mean, it was an explosion. What if they have grenades? Send Bill, he'll handle it.
I look at the guys, I'm like, we should be waiting for Bill. Let's set up a best of an ambush we can in this hallway with no good cover. But
you guys are in the room.
Well,
so what do you do?
I'm probably covering from the door out into the corridor. Have some kind of cover at least.
We need to push out and take positions and wait a few to see if Bill comes out to play.
We could stack up the bodies and use them as cover.
We're going to go 300 on them.
Bill is totally boned, and She-Rat is like, poor Bill. All right, so you guys are going to stack.
Hold on. Guys, we need to kill Bill. Sorry.
Please take a temporary competency die for that, because I found it funny. Death to Bill. All right, so you guys come out and stack in the hallway?
Yeah.
All right. How are you guys arranging yourselves?
I'll be in the back.
Can I get a little bit of concealment in that ladder well?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to stack up there and
Hammerhead?
direct the other guys to...
I'm going to stay in the center right there.
Stand in the center?
He's going to be the big target. He's going to be our meat shield.
Yep.
All right. So you guys stack up. You got this blood pocket right there. He's what do you call it? He's pretty messed up on the ground, and you punched his ticket when he came out of there. You're waiting for a few minutes. It's kind of quiet. The radio chatter has gone dark. So there's what do you call it? There's no radio chatter going back and forth. So what do you do as far as how long do you wait?
We'll probably wait a good 3 or 4 minutes, and if nobody shows up, then I guess we're gonna do something else.
Okay. All right. All right. So after a minute, copy. All right. So after a minute, that door at the end of the hallway pops open. All right. So this door right here pops open. And it swings open hard metal clang, but nothing comes out.
Awesome. Could I throw a fragger from here and nail it?
Yes.
It's going to be kind of a questionable angle, but I want to attempt to
try and rebound it off the door and get it in here.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll. So with let's see, we're gonna go to Mags. Yeah. So you're gonna use your athleticism.
Okay. So roll 3D.
Yes, sir.
And this is where I'm going to roll all ones probably. Oh, I didn't.
What'd you get?
11.
All right. So you pull the pin and hit the activator and launch that thing. Right. You get that good overhand throw. It hits the side of the door, pings, and then rolls in. And there's a loud pop, metal and all sorts of nastiness going all over the place. It's quiet for a moment. And then a swarm of these tiny little bug-like robots come out of that door. Probably 100 or 200 of them. They come out as a wave, almost like watching a swarm of bees come out of a hive, crawling all along the surface, and they rush toward the... Yes.
I do a Nicolas Cage impression. No. Bees!
All right. So let's see. All right. So in this system, the Super 6 system, right? I'm going to roll my attack, and then you're going to tell me how you're going to defend.
Okay.
The way that it works, if you can justify the defense that you're using, then you can use it. One of the best examples is in comics. You have the Incredible Hulk, who's this immensely strong character, and then you have guys like Reed Richards, who are super, super smart. So Reed Richards can use his intelligence to defend against the Hulk's strength by calculating angles of evasion, letting him, dodge out of the way just in time in order to hit a fire hydrant so that the water splashes back in his face, that kind of deal. So if you can justify the defense, you can use it.
You'll allow it.
Yep, okay. Absolutely. So all those like little insect drones come they're like tiny little robotic beetles just come swarming out of that door. It looks like a carpet of like motion and legs just heading right toward you.
I'm gonna mutter under my breath like, oh crap.
14.
Okay, so I want to put some distance between myself and these guys. I'm gonna lean, kind of like tilt back hard, and like I'm gonna fall backwards and hit my jetpack.
All right, so you're gonna go straight down and use the jetpack to.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of fall all the way back and shoot myself down the corridor. Probably hit something with my head.
So you're coming this way.
Yeah, I'm getting away from these things.
All right.
I'm gonna try to beat Neo in the Matrix. Let's see. Do I use total or just the best of 3?
No, you're gonna be best of 3. So let's see. Let's see. You're gonna use the jetpack. So that's Super Leap 4D. Right. So so you're gonna use all 4.
16.
All right. So you're good. Gino, what are you doing to evade these things, if any?
Screaming like a little girl does not give me any dice. So
it gives you a temporary competency die if you want to use it.
I will. Well, they're the same. So
Screaming
what's
like a
funny
little
is I can see him doing falling back and then shooting and doing the whole Superman thing of rolling in mid-flight
right.
and then landing.
I guess I will try to use my athleticism to kind of leap out of the way.
Okay.
Because I figure these are kind of like little dumb bees that just go
And
straight
that's it.
in.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to use
for
my
it.
athleticism.
So
And I
you need
guess
to-
I
you need
will
to be
use
a-
that comp die. So
All right. So with that comp die, right, whatever your lowest die is, you're going to replace. You can roll the comp die and take whatever's better.
okay.
All right.
So that's 3D.
Yep, you get to keep all 3.
Ew.
Okay.
Would you like to spend another competency die and re-roll that?
Sure. Can I re-roll it all?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. Yeah, you re-roll it all. Only you don't get the extra temporary, so it's just the 3D this time.
It probably won't matter.
Roll
Okay.
all ones, Jesse.
Shut up.
We want to see what these guys do to you.
Roll one. Yeah.
I got
We
an
won't let you
8.
die.
What is it? An 8?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
better than the first time.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Hammerhead. What are you using to evade?
I have the most stupid idea possible.
Go
Dumber
for
than
it.
mine.
I'm going to use the streetwise. I'm going to use the robot head that I picked up. I'm going to hold it up in front of my head and say, I am one of you. I am one of you. I am a robot.
I'll give you a temporary competency die, but you're going to have to pick something else because their attacks aren't going to be fooled like that.
Well, I can jump into the room.
You're going to try jumping into the room using like
Yeah.
athleticism.
I
or
jump into the
reaction?
room, I grab one of the bodies and engage in exotic wrestling.
All right, so are you going to use your reaction or are you
Going to use my reaction, yeah.
All right, go for it.
That might have worked in the ruin. It won't work here. I don't.
Okay, that's I had mathematics 16, 18.
All right, yeah, so you're good. So Jesse was the only one who got whacked, right? So these things
Fuck
come
food.
like roaring down the thing as like a chittering little carpet of movement. As they reach you guys, they all explode.
Damn.
Sucks
So-
to be Gino.
Hammerhead jumps into the room and like latches the door behind him. Big, huge, heavy steel door, impervious steel door. So that he gets saved by that. You see Mags hit the jetpack and just fly backwards and up. And Gino tries to use kind of like his athleticism to maneuver out of the way, but he just gets caught in the what do you call it? The explosion. So if you look at your character sheet, let's see, where did he go? Gino. If you look at your character sheet, you have a fortitude of 3D. Right. So up at the top left, right? So right now that's going to be 2D. So anything fortitude related, you're because you took a die of damage. So and the way it works is for every success, you take a die of damage, right? For every success on top of that success, which is an additional 6 over. So if like you rolled an 8, they got a 13. So luckily, you weren't over that 6. They beat your roll, but not by a success. If they had gotten like a 16, you would have taken 2 dice of damage. So you're not dead yet, but you still got caught pretty good. And then, so you see this like guy with cybernetics and a giant machine gun roll into the hallway, stepping over his dead friend. Now, do you guys want to re-roll initiative, or do you want to go with the initiatives that you have?
I'm fine with what it was.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to roll for him and see. He gets a 10. So you guys are all going to go ahead of him. All right. Starting with Mags.
Take a dump.
Now's the
No.
time, son. I'm going to open fire with my precision carbine.
Go for it.
And I take the top free, right?
Yep.
Which is not very great, but 13.
All right. So he's got kind of like this huge machine gun style blaster that kind of reminds you of the smart guns from Aliens. It's really long, it's really obscene looking, and it looks like if he gets the chance to pull that trigger, you guys are going to be in a little bit of trouble. He takes several of your blaster bolts, kind of like to the shoulder. He leans his shoulder into it. It rips off several big sheaves of skin, exposing metal framework underneath. And he just kind of shrugs it off. That brings us to Gino.
Well, I'll try to introduce him to my rifle.
Go for it.
See if they can have a good conversation. It's an okay conversation. That would be 16.
Okay. So he, Mags comes up, raises that carbine, snapshots this guy, and he just like kind of shrugs through it. He drops into like a heavy stance to begin unloading with that rifle, and Gino feathers the trigger. There's the snap of the rifle. He just kind of like tilts his head a little bit, and in that little tilt, you can see that the cybernetic eye that he had on his left eye is now gone. And then smoke starts rising out of the back of his head, and he just pitches forward. In the radio, you hear, "Holy shit, they just killed Bill."
And his cows.
Hammerhead, are you going to do anything?
I'm going to come back out. And I can't shoot at anything because everybody's dead.
Nice of you to join us.
Yeah.
You
I
kill
look at
everything
Gino,
before I
that's
get a
my
chance
life.
to.
You hear over the radio again from the enemy frequency, "You guys got to get somebody down here. They're going to come down the hallway."
Awesome. I tell Hammerhead to cover us in the hallway, and I'm going to advance up to check on the body. Save for Gino. Wow.
All right, so
Weapon at the ready. I'm
So
going to
you're-
slowly, cautiously move up.
you move up. This door is open and hanging on its hinges because you guys threw a fragger in there earlier.
Anything
So-
coming out of it yet? To hear anything?
You don't hear anything.
Okay. I'm going to advance past that doorway and turn to cover it. And
Well, it
Jim-
opens. It opens this way.
okay, so okay. Is that a ladder well right there to my right?
So you got a ladder
Right.
here.
Okay.
Yep, that's going up.
Okay. I'm going to step into that and try my rifle on the door for a moment. As
Okay.
I listen to the radio traffic, see if anybody else is coming.
You hear, "You guys have to get somebody down here. I can hear people advancing up the hallway."
I am going to pop a banger, a micro banger, and throw it through the doorway.
All right. So you hit the activator, toss that thing in there. There's a loud pop. And obviously you guys are protected by your by your buckets. But you don't hear anything else.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and advance through that door and signal my guys to advance with me.
All right. What are you guys
Okay.
doing? Hammerhead, same thing. You guys are moving up.
Yep, I'll take up the rear. But yeah.
All right, so Hammerhead moves up. Gino moves
Can I
up.
pick up that machine gun?
Yes, it's
I'm gonna pick up
massive.
that machine gun.
It's massive, and it's a slugger, so it uses rounds instead of
Ooh.
bolts.
Nice.
But you're using assisted armor, so you have struts on the outside of your armor that allow you to lift heavy loads, including like the huge battery packs that power an SAB. So this thing is no problem for you to lift.
Yes. Now I have 2 machine guns.
So, well, one of
I'll
them's
pay Rambo.
one of them's a SAB. So it's if you've ever seen it used to be called the Mini Me by Fabrique Nationale, or the squad automatic weapon, the M249. It's very similar in size to that, but this one is huge. This one's like carrying a 50 cal.
Nice.
All right. So you got mags covering the open doorway here. Hammerhead comes up and snatches that big, like 50 cal looking thing, and then Gino's in the back. Gino, are you facing the rear? Or are you facing forward?
I will be, since there was no other entrance into that room the barracks room that we cleared out already.
Correct.
I'll just be kind of keeping an eye on any of the stair or the ladder wells.
Okay. So you'll be facing that way. All right. Over the radio, you hear, I think they're stacking outside the door. And then you hear 30 seconds.
If I hear that before I enact my plan, I am going to hold position and wait 30 seconds to see if they're about to pull something.
As far as what?
As far as if they actually found somebody to come and take us, unless because I don't know their intention. I don't know if it means they're 30 seconds out from a counterattack or 30 seconds out waiting for us. But even if they're waiting for us, the hesitation will potentially give them a second thought.
All right. So what are you doing? You entering the doorway?
I'm going to advance up on the doorway and try to get an angle down that corridor before I go in. Cautiously.
That and that. All right. So now that I have this set up, we look at like this. All right. So you're coming in through here?
Yeah.
And aiming that way.
Right.
All right. You can hear somebody down the hallway.
Can I lean in and pop him?
Yeah, you can try.
I can try. I don't like that language. It makes me nervous.
As he shoots the door frame.
Holy crap.
What'd you get?
19.
Oof.
I go in, wave, and shoot. Hey, buddy.
He does not get a 19, but because normally 19 is a really good roll. So you lean in and kind of use like those side leaning sights off of the rifle to pop him. He takes the hit square in the plate carrier. He's wearing a plate carrier, but he's got a ballistic helmet on with a shield down to about his mouth. Probably giving him enhanced optics. He gets hit and he's like, "Oh shit, really? Come on!" And he fires back. 14.
Okay, I'm going to roll 5D reaction.
All right.
To try to pop back in.
Yeah, and you get to keep 3.
Okay, so 15.
Oh, you beat him by 1. Right. So he's like,
I managed by that much.
He pulls this pistol out like razor blade fast. I mean, it's almost obscene how fast this
we got a
comes
gunfighter
out.
here.
He rakes the door with 3 or 4 shots, and you barely get your head out of the way before he does you in. So we go back to initiative. 5, they still don't beat you guys. All right. So Mags, you just went. Gino, you're outside facing the other way. Are you going to do anything?
I will move up towards the door, and I'll still be watching our backs.
Okay. So right about here.
Yeah.
All right. Hammerhead.
I'm gonna chunk up to the door with a grenade in my hand, but I keep below Max, and I pin and roll it down on the inside of the corridor
Nice.
towards the guy.
All right. 3D, because you guys are all carrying micro weapons as far as that stuff goes.
I was gonna try to capture him. Hammerhead.
Is 12.
If only.
What is it? You got a 12?
12. Yes, sir.
That's an area effect. Oh, God. All right. You hear, son of a, and then boom. You don't really see the effect until you guys stick your dome back in there. Mags, you hear a like a heavy kathink sound, kind of like you ever see those old like moonshine bottles, and they had like that pop top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you kind of hear something like that get popped, and then you hear backblast area clear.
shit.
Um,
Yeah, it's just coming together what they. I need to roll a reaction die, don't I?
Yep, because you're going to take the brunt of this. These guys are partially hidden. All right, so by the door and the wall, but you're like right in the doorway.
Yeah.
So you need to beat a 12.
Okay. On the 5D, I keep the best of 3, right?
Yep. It only hurts till the pain goes away.
What do I need?
A 12 or higher.
Yeah, I beat that by a fair margin. I got a 15.
All right. So you hear like that pop top, right? And then you look, and it's like this guy just sits there and like drops the front plate off of what looks kind of like a real high-tech Roman candle. He pops a micro missile out the end of this thing, and you're like, oh, come on. So you dive out of the doorway. So Gino and Hammerhead take some of this blast, unless you, what do you call it, can roll a defense roll against it. You need to beat a 6 or higher. So, or you need to get a 6 or higher. So you need to beat a 6.
Using reaction?
Whatever you want. If you can justify it, you can use it.
All right. Well, hearing his reaction, I'm
yeah. Well, I would have
diving out of the way.
Oh, when he
I
says,
would have
"Oh
yelled
shit,"
something
best
like
to roll.
that. I'd have yelled something like, "Missile out of the way! Incoming missile!"
So by using reaction, that's a 10. 12. Yeah, I beat it. No problem.
All right.
Yeah.
And Hammerhead, same thing?
Same thing. Let's see. 14.
14? All right. So the missile goes off. It ruins the doorway. I mean, basically turns the doorway into shrapnel, and you guys dive out of the way. Your Legionnaire armor kind of doing its thing to keep you guys safe. Back around to Mags.
From where I landed from jumping out of the path of the missile, can I see the guy that took the shot?
Yes, and he's got 2 buddies.
I want to do a split attack with my carbine.
All right. So let's see. We'll look at Mags. And if we look at the, let's see, stop screen. If we look at the character sheet.
That little bastard.
So we got this cool looking character sheet. You're going split attack. So you have 1D, which means that you can, with that shooting, you can get an additional person in your target chain.
Okay. So just roll the full 5D and.
So 5D, Keep the best 3. Tell me what you get. And which 2 are you shooting? Are you shooting the 2 down here with the rifles, or the pistolero?
I'm shooting the pistol. I'm shooting the 2 that looks most threatening in the situation.
Well, these 2 have rifles. This guy has a pistol and a blade in his hand.
Oh yay!
I was just thinking, can I distract him by holding the robot head in and say, "Billy, Billy, Billy, joke to me"?
He wants to get that. He wants to get that.
It needs to be useful for something.
I'm going to shoot the pistolero and the guy next to him, and I got a
go
15. I got a 15.
Oh, Jesus. Pistolero.
Yeah. I'm making up for all the bad rolls I had for the 2 weeks prior to this.
The pistolero, who what do you call it? He took that first round in the chest to plate. He drops to a knee and gets as low as he can, so the bolt flies right by his head. But you catch this dude right here, and bowl him over.
Stop it.
He yells out, "Hit! I'm hit!" But it doesn't look like you finished him off. That brings us to Gino.
Cue violence, Gino. Cue violence.
All right. I will, if I can edge around Mags to get a shot down that hall.
Yep.
I will do a split attack as well.
Okay.
The same 2.
So this guy and that guy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So 3 and 2.
Yep, 3 and 2.
First is a 15 on the pistol guy.
Oh.
And second's a 10 on the already wounded guy.
What was the first one? 15?
Yes.
Ugh. So he drops down when Mags dumps a bunch of rounds in. He drops down as low as he can, and the bolt sails right by his ear. Right, impacts on the at the end of the hallway. Mags then shoots this guy right here and knocks him down flat on his back. You dump around into each of them with your long-range precision rifle. And this guy, when he dropped down low, you put a bolt almost right on top of the bolt that Mag sent down. So when he dropped down, he dropped right in the line of it, and it sails right into the center of his eyes, splashing the front out the back. This guy was just about to roll up, and you put a round through his neck, spinning him around and dropping him to the floor.
Ouch.
Hammerhead.
That leaves only 1 again. Come on, guys.
I yell at Hammerhead to get in and lay the hate.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
Are you using the which?
I'm gonna use my sap.
You're gonna use the
burst
sab
fire.
or the big giant chain gun you just pulled.
Come on,
I'm
Splatter.
gonna use the big one.
Yeah,
For
bigger's
fun,
better.
You're gonna use the big one.
Big one on burst fire if I can.
All right. 4D. Keep all 4.
Oh, that poor bastard. 15, 17.
So he drops to a knee and aims his rifle at you, right? As you're backing into the door, because this weapon is so huge, you can't just walk in because the hallway's not long enough or not wide enough. So you back in and then drop this thing in line with the dude.
Look at his face.
And you just see his head come back like what the?
Say hello to my little friend.
There's the chunk, 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 chunk as these heavy rounds sail down the hallway, and basically turn him into a combination of chunky salsa and red spray paint. You hear over the radio, "Oh, hell no, I am not sticking my hand into that." and you hear the elevator going back down. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna move up and secure make sure everybody's dead. And the pistol, did he have any kind of like? Do you have a special pistol? Anything tricked out?
Oh yeah,
I'm
he's got
taking
a
his. I'm
huge
gonna
trick
take
out.
his pistol. I'm taking it. And I was like, douchebag. Bye.
So you pick this thing up, and it starts trying to auto link with your HUD.
Mhm.
So when you look at it, as you're holding it, you can see like holographics all the way around the pistol. And as you go to punch out the butterfly, right, the holographics sync up with and overlay with your HUD.
Fancy.
When you pull it back, they withdraw, so they're out of your field of vision.
Nice.
Fancy. So, and the guy went down below.
Yep. Whoever this person was,
I think
they
we need
dropped
to
down
talk
in the
to him.
elevator.
I think we need to talk to him. I'm gonna jump down into the elevator, use my jump pack to either probably try to break on top of him. I'm gonna Batman this guy because you only live once. Like, guys, follow me. It's like, oh,
All right. So do you try to land directly on?
yeah.
All right. So you jump down, hit the jetpack. You see her look up.
Oh.
And it looks like she was readying another one of those like Roman candle looking things.
Uh-huh.
And she like looks up, puts it on her belt, pulls her arm back. So go ahead and what are you going to do? Try and land on her? All right. So that would probably be fighting 2D.
Okay.
Unless you want to use your jump pack as the attack.
Yeah,
in which case, go ahead and 4D.
Yeah. Ew. Hey, did you say I had a temporary competency die?
You did.
Can I use it to re-roll this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I pretty much got all ones and twos. Oh, that's
Wow,
much
you
better.
suck.
Yeah. 20.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why we have competency dice.
That was just the 4D, right? Keep all four?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, she doesn't come anywhere near that. So she pulls her hand back, and you see like this wave of arcs of electricity like pass back and forth over her glove. She goes to try and punch you and ends up shattering a piece of the wall, and you land on her exposed shoulder, dislocating her shoulder as you pummel her into the deck. She rolls up and kind of like pulls her arm in, like giving you that like holy shit kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
That brings it to your attack again. What do you do?
I'm gonna.
Gino and Hammerhead, what are you guys doing? Are you watching this? Are you jumping down? It's a long way down, so there's possibility of injury if you jump.
I'm not going to jump.
I'm gonna keep an eye or check out this door.
Oh no.
So up here?
Yeah, is it another cranky door or
Yeah,
is
it's another hatch door.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna open it. I just
want to
stand ready in case while he's off playing with her, something decides to come out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm going to join Gino.
So I'm going to pull that big honking pistol I just took on her, and I'm going to say to her, Legion sends its greetings, surrender or die. And then over the LCOM, I'm going to tell whoever's up above to shoot her if she doesn't play nice, essentially.
All right. So that now just keep in mind, this isn't a quick draw pistol. It's like a heavy blaster pistol. So so it's not going to be you're not as comfortable with this as you are with your own. All right. So you just draw and try and intimidate her?
Yeah. I'm going to use my big pistol to intimidate the foe.
Do you have presence? You do not have presence. So if you don't have a skill, You can still attempt it,
Yeah.
but you got to roll. You can only roll it at 1d. I'll give you an extra die for the pistol,
Okay.
so 2d.
I hope I roll all sixes. I rolled a 4.
She says, "I don't think I'll be surrendering today." Pulls her other hand back, which arcs with electricity. 22. How are you going to defend?
I'm going to try to leap out of the way with my action roll and hope I roll really good.
All right, 5d, take 3.
I rolled a 15.
So the electricity arcs all over you as she punches you square in the chest plate. It cracks your armor, and you take a die of damage and fortitude. So your fortitude is down to 1d. And it knocks you up into knocks you against the elevator wall. So as the elevator lift is dropping, you're like smacking against the wall because you're just leaning against it as the thing is moving. Gino.
Are you done playing down there yet? I'll take that as a no. All right. Well, since he's not coming back up yet, I will walk over to the lift and poke my head over the side and see if I can see what's going on.
All right. Are
Cooper.
you walking or running?
Well, I guess running in this situation.
All right. So he's against the wall. The lift is just about to sink to its lowest level, so she'll be able to escape. And you're right there. You were up. Hammerhead, you're still up here at the door, right?
I'm staying at the door now.
All right. So
I told you to stand over the lift and cover me. You're all the worst soldiers ever.
all right. So
I didn't hear you.
You see her standing there. He's up against the wall right here. What are you doing?
I will try to, I guess, since our illustrious leader couldn't do it, I will try to put her down.
Go for it.
I would like to use a competency dice.
You mean an incompetency die, right?
Go for it.
That's better. 12, 16, 19.
Oof.
I feel more competent.
All right. So she's doing one of those things where she just pummeled him into the wall. And she's got this, like, I just kicked his
Last
ass
relationship.
strut going out. And she looks like she's heading toward the door of the elevator. And a bolt passes from shoulder through her hip. The confident swagger leaves her body as the strength leaves her body. Her knees buckle and she hits the deck.
Jeez, I'm always cleaning up after you.
All right. So what do you do?
I'm waiting for Max to get his butt off the ground and come back up.
I'm not. I am going to pull myself off the deck. That infantry first aid kit, can I use that to do any restore my fortitude or anything like that?
So yeah, do you want to use a stem or do you want to use the restorative thing of the kit?
I would feel more comfortable if I had more than one D in fortitude. So whichever helps me.
Whichever it is. Let's see. Looking up the kit real quick. You would think I know all this because, All right, so go ahead and roll 3D, and for every 6 on the die, you restore a point.
I got a 10 out of that. So
All right, so you got a total of like 1 cumulative 6.
yeah.
So for every 6 points, you're basically restoring a die of damage.
So that should bring me.
Yeah, that should bring you back. That
Okay.
should give you the one back.
So I render myself first aid, and
All right,
then
so
I'm going to go over.
yeah, you apply the IFAC and the improved first aid kit, and this is for every 6 full points rolled on the dice. Yeah, so
Okay.
you know, you can feel the injection go in like peanut butter. It's thick as hell, just because it's infused with nanites and all sorts of stimulant drugs. And you guys, you know, you feel a lot better, but you know you're going to need a medic when you get back. The lift comes
Right.
back up to your level. These dudes are toasted. And you notice that she is down and unconscious, but still alive.
I'm going to strip her for weapons and search her for any valuable intelligence.
She's wearing what look like Cinertech combat gauntlets. And she's got a heavy blaster pistol in her waistband behind the cloak that she's wearing.
I throw the blaster pistol to Gino since Hammerhead is already, packing a small arsenal. I pull the gauntlets off and get them away from her. Do we have? Does anybody have any kind of restraints? Do we have any zip ties?
You guys have zip cuffs, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to restrain her.
Okay.
And then we throw her into the water. I guess that's the great thing to do.
You guys enter into this final door.
Yeah, we should probably check it out.
All right.
And then we meet Tire Shreks.
And no.
No.
All right. So you go in. You go in here. There is a door here. There's another door right there.
Oh my God.
And in the center is a dude that looks suspiciously like your HVT, your high value target, Donovan.
I point my weapon at him and say, "Hi, douchebag."
He's like, all right. Did no reason to get hostile.
We're well past hostile.
Yeah.
Hands up.
So, you know, he puts his hands up, and in his right hand, he's holding what looks like a detonator. But he's got his hands up, and he's putting them behind his head.
Can we shoot him?
That's what I'm thinking about.
Just for good measure.
If you
that worked out real well last week, Bear.
if you check your optics in the HUD, he is carrying what looks like a dead man switch. So if you guys whack him, he could set off whatever it is he's holding that switch to.
And we have no indication if he's already depressed, if he's already engaged it.
Correct.
I just shoot him anyway.
Well, he is a high value target, and we should recover again. I'm going to kind of gesture you guys back while I stand in the doorway with my weapon trained. I'm like, look, if you there's only 2 options here. Either you blow yourself up and die, or I shoot you and die, or you can surrender.
He's like, all right, nope, surrender is cool. Surrender is cool. You know, I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I was in college, you know, and then this opportunity comes along, and he goes,
and I nod. I'm like, you know what? Be a first-time offender. I'm sure you'll get a sweetheart deal, and you'll be back out in a week.
With my parents. He goes, but listen, so if I let go of this, we're all going to have a bad day. So what I need to do is I need to put the securing pin back in, but I need to lower my hands to do that. we cool? Like, I'm not gonna get shot in the head.
I step back through the doorway and go ahead.
So he like reaches into a pouch on his armor, and the armor he's wearing. You guys, the guys outside, they look like like militia. They look like they've been in a fight or two, right? This kid, the armor's new. It's got that like off the rack smell. You can still smell like the nylon smell coming, even from all the way here. It doesn't look like the pouches are so stiff. If he were to open them, he'd have to like pry them open to get a magazine out.
Oh, God, one of
But
those.
Somebody's
goes-
been watching too much Hollow Net.
he pulls what do you call it? He pulls the pin, puts it into the detonator, and then slowly releases it, and he like sets it down on the floor.
I'm going to use my athleticism and especially the strength to throw the robot head in his face. He's subdued.
Go for it.
That's the strength that I'm using, though, on the athleticism.
So
to actually hit.
you have because you're kind of like the tank of the group. Your athleticism is 6D when it comes to strength.
Yep.
Oh my
So
God.
roll 6, take the highest 3.
They're ridiculous.
Oh God.
14.
Yeah, he's gonna dodge using his college education. So
You
he
should
does.
give yourself a competency die for that. Walt.
He tries to like, do the football thing, and he puts his face directly in the path of the thing. He does like the wet face plant onto the floor, and as the head is rolling around, it's doing that plate thing where it goes woo, 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 right as it's like cavitating to fall to the floor, and he's like, and you see teeth dance across the floor.
He's not going to run away now. So there's that.
The what do you call it? You guys start looking around the control room. You can see like the monitors and stuff like that, and on the very deck, on the like the top deck on the outside. So you got what looks like 3 shooters right here. Right. You guys are looking through the observation cams that are on the outside. They're basically mounted to this tower. So you can see the whole top side of the rig. And on top of this helipad, with these guys aiming at them, is the entire crew for the water reclamation facility.
Does it look like a hostage situation? Like they're ready to light them up if they think they need to?
Oh, it doesn't look good.
Bring the map back up. How many of them are there?
Right
Let's see how.
Security idiot.
there.
I was. And secure your head too while you're at it. So there's 1, 2, 4.
You're gonna pick up the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take it back and mount it in our team room.
Squad room. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I look at Gino and say, "How lucky do you feel?"
I'm feeling good today. Where would we come out if we were gonna egress to the outside?
That lift comes out right under here. It's a big cargo lift.
Can we tell if there's any other enemy anywhere else, or are they just? Does it seem like they have congregated there for their last stand?
You don't know. I mean, they're just kind of hanging out there.
It looks like there could be quite a bit of blind spots.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at it and like, Hammerhead, that little recess there, you could step out and just hose them. That machine gun, it'd be great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. If we come out the lift,
which will put you right here.
I'd like to, at least for myself, make my way, I guess on the map, to the right between, right
These
over
air condensers.
Yeah, through the,
Yeah.
through the air condensers, so I'm on the right side of them.
All right, so you're going to be over here.
Yeah. Him on the right and get Hammerhead there on.
I'd have to move up to the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah,
Left
we
to
need
right.
to lay a massive volume of fire on these guys. And
So there are
see if we can-
4 shooters on that side of the roof.
Yeah, well, we need to go down there and bring up that map one more time.
Hold on one second. I am grabbing your PCs.
I did not get permission for that. I feel violated.
Don't touch Montanano Square.
Go here, go there, and now bring back up the map. Whoops, wrong map.
Meanwhile, down in the bottom.
There we go.
Random robot walking around.
All right, so Hammerhead's going over here. Correct?
That was Gino.
Oh, that was Gino's going over there?
Yeah. I think you're both going over there, aren't they? I mean, I think Hammerhead needs to set up somewhere he can get the best field of fire.
All right,
Can he
Gino's
get up on
over
top?
I mean, you can shoot over me. You can just go prone or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hammerhead, where are you going?
Can he get up on top of the air condensers?
Yeah, if you wanted to. Just
Yeah.
remember, though, you start poking your head up, they might be able to
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay prone and crawl over.
Okay. I'm going to advance up that stripe section to the south of where they're all at. It looks like that's a place where I can get some cover. Like
Right here?
there. Yeah. So I can pop out and cue violence.
All right. So right about there.
Yeah.
And you guys going to go try for a coordinated shot to take all 4 of them at once?
Yeah, we're going to try our luck and see how elite we really are. I mean, all roll belly and kill the crew.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna try to shoot the top 2.
there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can do it with individual rolls, so you guys take your rolls as you would normally, or you can do this as a combined test and use one roll between all of you. Take the person with the highest roll and kind of add to that.
I believe in team work. We should make a team effort this because we should put the game through its paces and utilize all the mechanics and see.
So
how
a combined
rolls,
arms test. All right.
Yeah.
So who's going to be who's going to be the guy rolling some dice? You want the guy with the highest stat usually to be the guy who's rolling those dice. So if it's going to be shooting, it's probably going to be Gino.
Then let it be Gino.
If you are going to pick up a forklift and throw it, it's probably going to be Hammerhead. And if you're gonna,
whoa, change of tactics. Is there a forklift?
there is not, but there's a crane right here though.
Can he throw? No. I swear to God, if you throw that robot head one more time, though.
All right, so
the last time.
You want me to roll for this mess?
All right, so before you roll, right? So you guys are all shooting, so you're going to use your shooting rolls. Mags, what's your shooting roll?
Okay, do I roll the 3D or 5D on this?
So you're going to roll your 5D, take the highest 3, right? And tell me what you get.
Okay. Ooh. 17.
All right.
No.
So, oh my God, that would have been, if you had gotten one more point, Gino would have gotten 3 extra dice.
Oh,
Right. So right now you're at 2 extra dice, Gino. Hammerhead, go ahead and make your shooting roll, which is
make it a good one. Don't roll ones.
You got you're carrying a crew served weapon by yourself right now, which is hysterical. So 5D, take the highest 3. Tell me what you get.
6 and 3 is 12. No,
12.
wait,
So that's 2 more full dice. So Jesse, you're going to get 4 additional dice to roll on top of the 5. So you're going to be 9D. Take the highest 3. Excuse me, take the highest 4 because you have that advantage. That is a lot of dice to roll.
That would be a 12, something, 21.
Oof. All right. Now they are going to get their roll. All right. So you guys sneak into position, move your way around and through all of this ductwork, wiring, cables, and hoses. You get into position. You get Hammerhead and Gino right here, working in tandem. Mags is going to spring around and do a double tap if he can get it. Mags comes around the corner, double taps this guy, hits him in the lower leg, and as he pitches forward, the second shot punches through the top of his helmet. Hammerhead sprays this guy. What do you call it? Basically turning him into hamburger as he falls through the grating and out the back to a successful and very satisfying splash. And then Gino, in rapid succession, throws through heavy bolts, one through each of these guys, almost knocking them on top of each other, and punches their ticket by blowing out the back of their armor, dropping them onto the deck. The people on the helipad all scream like, "Oh my God!" Right, because of all the shooting. And you guys come up, rise from your positions, and start doing that gunfighter walk as you guys are rolling and dropping successive shots into these guys as you come up and yell out, Republic Legionnaires, come off of there, let's go. Starting to pull them off. What are you guys doing? Do you guys call in the cavalry now that you guys have the station secured?
Yeah, I'm going to report in that platform secure, HVT secure, send in the cavalry. We have dead bad guys and alive good guys. Maybe. I don't know if they're alive good guys or not. They might be bad. They might be like really mean, terrible, like oil field workers. I know.
Right on. And as the credits start to roll, you guys are helping people onto the shuttles and stuff like that, and you take off your helmets as you sit down on the edge of what equates to like a little bird. The tail comes up, and you guys ride the lightning as you come off in a series of rotor wash and anger, heading back toward the carrier. And that's our game for tonight. We want to thank everybody for coming out and
that was good.
checking out the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game. What did you guys think?
This game made me and probably all of us feel a hell of a lot more competent than we really are.
That is true.
I'm just trying to figure out why nobody else was really killing anything.
What's that?
I got some kills in,
Yeah, I got
mister.
a few too. I have
Besides, somebody has to tell you what to do and tell you who to kill. So,
So what you guys think of the system? Pretty
credit.
easy, right? Very simple.
Yeah. We've ran supers, and I do see some like fine differences, and I really like it. I like how it rolls. It is simple. It is light.
The cool thing is, right? So supers, right? The main book of supers, and of course this is the villain variant that you can. We only roll out once in a while as like a charity thing. Every time we roll out this cover, we donate all the proceeds to charity. So this is the main rule book, and then on top of it, we use the search and destroy variant, which allows us to kind of take that 4-color tone of supers and turn it into Bond, Bauer, or Born. We of course add in our blasters and bangers, and after that it works just fine. It really works for the tone of the Legion, and against better equipped enemies. As a single fire team of only 3 guys, you guys might have had a harder time. But these guys were just some lightly armored MCR with some basic blaster rifles and not a lot of training. So you guys roughed them up pretty good.
Yeah.
It was only when those mercs came up the elevator that you started having problems.
And we kind of got lucky on both of those. I did get so lucky, but
yeah, you got hit. Gino took a hit on that blaster bug swarm that came out of that hatch. So yeah, I'm
impressed.
I'm looking forward to it when it comes out, and we want to thank everybody for coming and joining us for when sci-fi writers play new school D&D.